whole purpose behind it is a possession battle. We want more possessions. We want more shots. And so in order to do that, you have to play really hard for short amount of time. And we got a lot more shots up than they did, almost 50, which is incredible. It's an incredible stat. And we get beat by 30, 40 if we don't do that. And so they found a way to get it done. And that's why we do what we do. And how you get them to buy in, I think I'm just really blessed with a group of individuals that said, hey, all right, this is the coach we have. This is the new coach that we got. Let's just go ahead and do it. And they bought in, and they did it to perfection.
And to follow up on that, that's what you feel like that won the championship today.
Yeah, I mean, there was times where I could have bailed. I could have said, I'm going to walk it up and down the floor. We're going to play our best 5, but I'm going to trust my team. I'm going to trust what we've done. I'm going to trust what got us here. And we went into OT, and we didn't have our top dog. We didn't have our leader. And Bree played all 5 minutes without a sub, which I don't think I've ever done. I don't think I've ever put a player in for that long, and she didn't even blink. She was wheeling her team and said, we got it, we got it, we got it, we got it. And when you have players that will do that, I get a lot of attention that I probably don't deserve because I have players that will just take over, and I'm really lucky to have that.
Go, Luke.
Luke Creasy, HD Media. You've been in some battles with Bree. What has this journey been like? And I guess I'll throw this question to both of them. What has this journey been like together here this year at Marshall?
Bree's the toughest kid I've ever coached. I mean, there's no question that she's going to show up and she's going to give everything that she has. Take a charge on someone that's bigger than her, dive on the loose ball. I mean, she's relentless. And so she's changed my life. She's made my life better, right? A lot of times the coach gets the attention, but I don't have 2 back-to-back championships without her. And so I'm appreciative of her. I'm appreciative of her to choose Marshall to come with me and help me start what I wanted to do here at Marshall.
Back left.
Keith Morehouse, WSAZ. For Abby and Bree, really, how do you keep your composure when really the shots aren't going? And like Coach said, you know, the tendency is maybe stop launching, but you guys just keep coming, and the grit was there. Just walk me through that game and how you thought about it.
Yeah, shots definitely weren't falling for us, but you know we always preach just keep shooting them, We're gonna get them to fall. And though we may not have got as many as we wanted to fall, I think we did hit some timely ones. Meredith, Ace got some to go in big moments for us. So just keep shooting, keep having confidence, and it worked out for us.
Yeah, we've been there before where we haven't been hitting shots, throughout the season. So we were all confident in each other and that the shots were gonna fall eventually when we needed it to. So we just kept our head up and kept going.
Just a quick follow-up for both of you. What's this mean? 27 years since Marshall has won a conference tournament championship and you won the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, it means everything. It's definitely something I've dreamed about. Just have like a shot at the NCAA tournament, but people don't really realize, I feel like, when you're at a mid-major program, how hard it is to get there. So I'm very appreciative of the journey and for the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to it.
Go,
It's a
Luke.
blessing. It's only God. That's all I can say.
To follow up on those timely threes that you mentioned, obviously those 2 players, Meredith and Iselin, just incredibly well-timed 3-pointers. Can you talk to the point about how you saw the momentum shift in that moment when those 3 started to fall?
I mean, it's kind of crazy. Aislinn looked at me and said, next one's going in. And the next time down the floor, she shot a 3 and it went in. And you have moments like that, and it's like, all right, do your thing, right? Trust your team, trust your kids. And we weren't going to stay that cold for long. And they did a tremendous job of making sure that they got more shots up than them. So if we were missing, it wasn't an empty possession. We had 33 offensive rebounds. 33. I've never had a team that did that. And if we don't do that against a team that's significantly bigger than us, so if we don't do that, we don't have that heart, we don't find a way to go get the ball, it's a completely different press conference.
Back right here.
Jason Hirsch, WCHS, for Abby and for Coach, and you can also speak for your players from West Virginia. But from being from West Virginia with the West Virginia ties, representing West Virginia, going to the NCAA tournament, Keith already mentioned, it's been a long time. Does it make it even more emotional doing it for your home state school?
Yeah, I mean, I've always played basketball in the state even before I was here. So it's special to me. It's special to represent those people, especially, just the journey it is to like kind of not make it out of West Virginia, but to get an opportunity like this. I feel like it's more rare than like bigger areas. So I'm proud to represent my home state, and hopefully I can represent them well.
Yeah, well, you have 2 Division I teams in the state, and so We had a great crowd, and I know that we had a lot of people back home that were watching and cheering, and that's why our state is so special, and that's why we just want to continue to try to make them proud.
Ben Greco, athletic nutritional coach. You being from West Virginia, you mentioned the crowd. What does it mean to see just all those people come from West Virginia down to Florida?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it gives you kind of a home court advantage. I thought we had the better crowd. I thought we had the louder crowd, which says a lot because JMU still had two teams in it. And so, again, that's why this is a job that I wanted, is because of the fans.
Great. One thing I'll ask really quick. Two of the biggest rebounds of the game end up in your hands among the trees, and I think that kind of gets lost in translation. What is it about you and Abby being, smaller guards that you all are able to get after the basketball and really find it in those key situations?
It's hard over height all the time. We know that we have to work, extra hard, super hard, harder than others at times. So we're going to do whatever we need to do for our team to win. And that's just how Abby is. That's how I am.
Go ahead, Paul.
Coach, you just said you wanted to be at Marshall. What does this mean to you personally?
For me, I wanted this moment for them. And you, as a coach, you have days where you just don't want to. Not that you don't want to go to practice. I love my team. I love seeing them. It's the best part of my day. But I just don't want to put them on the baseline and run them. I just don't want to hold them to the standard. I like them. They make me laugh. I want to let something slide, right? It's hard to hold a standard when you love your team. And there's some days like, all right, we have good energy, but we're not boxing out. Do I continue to hold the standard? And every day I have a conversation with myself, well, it's for them to have this moment. It's for them to have this moment. All right, you're going to have to put them on the baseline. You're going to have to yell at them. It's for them to have this moment. And you could always not get it, but that's what I approach every day with going into practice is, hey, I'm going to pick a standard. We're going to hold to it so that they can have this moment for the rest of their lives. I tell them at the very beginning of the season, hate me now, love me later. And I try to live up to that.
Got a question from Zoom here for Abby. Heading into overtime, really have to turn into the ultimate teammate there. What was your mentality?
Yeah, that's tough to be able to sit there and not be able to physically do anything, but just be the best teammate I can, do whatever I can to help my team win, even if it is from the bench, and I just try to do that to the best of my abilities, and they're the ones that made the plays, not me. I just try to cheer them on.
But Abby did a great job. She did a great job. I mean, I didn't have to say anything in the huddles. She weaseled her way up there, and she was in there talking. She did phenomenal.
She did.
And then, Coach, what went into your decision not to call a timeout there in the fourth quarter?
Well, I don't ever really call timeouts. At what point?
Late in the fourth quarter. Under a minute left.
We had momentum. We had momentum. We were playing. You look at your players, and they have a look in their eyes, and we were getting shots. We were hitting shots. And I didn't really want to call a timeout because they burned their timeout early, and so they didn't have a media left. And I think that eventually caught up with them towards the end of the overtime, is that they were tired because they didn't have any breaks.
Back right.
For all of you, what were the emotions like? Take us through it, putting the Nets down.
For me today, it was emotional. Just everything leading up to here. Personally, I've been through a lot this year, so to be here with my team and my coaches, my coach, it's just a feeling that's unmatched for me, and I'm forever blessed and grateful.
And I'll touch on that. I think that Bree has been through a lot this year. Both of them actually have had some tough hands dealt to them this year. And when you have two seniors that will put basketball and put their teammates over themselves, again, I'm very, very blessed to coach them, and I'm happy that I get to coach them for another week. I'm happy that this is not the end.
Coach, you made a lot of fans in Pensacola moving on NCAA tournament. I know you just won it. Any thoughts, plans, what you'll be doing to watch the selection show or whatever and see where you match up?
Yeah, I haven't even thought about that. Until they started handing out the tickets, I'm like, oh, we made the NCAA tournament. You try to be where your feet are, try to enjoy this one. We're going to take a couple days off, and then we're going to get back to work.
Coach, you've said throughout the year that this was your dream job, and you were hired no less than a year ago, at the end of March. And what did those 4 steps up the ladder mean to you? just knowing that 1 year had culminated into those 4 steps that come out of that?
It means I was right. I knew we could do this. I knew that there was a roster here that could do this. I knew the administration valued winning. I knew that our admin, they care about sports. West Virginia cares about sports, and we have a great administration, and they put value into winning, and they want us to be good. And I knew that this was a job that we could do this in.
And then for both the players, entering the court, you guys were touching something over there on the sideline. What was that, and what kind of mindset did that put you in?
Yeah, so that's all her right here. She taped a pair of scissors down, so every time we went in, we would just know what we're playing for and not forget it, because it's easy to get lost in the moment and kind of forget the magnitude of the game. But it was a good reminder to play hard, even if shots weren't falling, just to do the hustle plays and the effort. And yeah, so it ended up working out for us.
Yeah, she answered it.